Hello friends, it's that time of the month and we're back at the range and we're going to be filming another episode of Motherfucker Eats an MRE. And today's MRE that we're going to be eating is this 8-pack vegetable stew with meat. And we're also going to be talking about my 300 blackout pistol, how we got it running today, the ammunition I used to get it zeroed. You know what I just realized is that in my opening I had my earplugs on and I'm too lazy to reshoot it, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue with eating this MRE. And again, this is a vegetable stew with meat, and this 8-pack, I've never seen this one before. It's my first time seeing one of these. This one definitely is a lot smaller than your full-size MRE. This one only has, let's see, it has a main in it, and then it could have, let's see, a banana apple smoothie, or a sweet potato grape smoothie, cranberry crisp, or chocolate crisp challenge bar, a dining kit seasoning pack, a black pepper, and a heater. So definitely a lot smaller than your regular pack, and I wonder if this is probably a little bit smaller than, say, the Strike pack. I am familiar with those, which are, from what I understand, are, I guess, stripped down MREs. But it probably has totally different things than what's in here. But let's go ahead and check it out and see what we got. So in this pack, looks like we've got our main meal right here. We've got our challenge bar. And then we have the sweet potato grape smoothie in this one. Our fork pack, our heater. Now I've eaten a few of these already, and my experience with the heaters is that they just don't work. So we'll just throw that off to the side and we will keep everything else. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to start off with is this cranberry crisp. And it says it's a protein and energy bar. 11 grams of protein, 0 grams of trans fat, cholesterol low in sodium. And interestingly enough, it's made by Challenge, the Challenge dairy products. So if you like Challenge butter, it's those folks. Go ahead and take a look at it. This looks like any other typical protein bar. Tangy, sweet. You know, if you're familiar with protein bars, they usually have a kind of texture, and it has that texture. Well, it's not too bad. I'm usually not a big complainer of the food I eat, so this may not be good for somebody else, but it's good for me. Oh, it's so windy here. Alright, now let's move on to the smoothie. This one, again, is the sweet potato grape smoothie. Go ahead and get that open. Now, as I've said before, I have tried these, so I'm familiar with what these taste like. And the taste is not too bad. But if you really want to know, this smoothie, I want to put air quotation marks, reminds me of that scene from RoboCop.
Tastes like baby food. Knock yourself out.
Whew. That was a mouthful. It's not bad, guys. If there was an MRE to get, you should definitely try out these 8-packs. They are not bad at all. So next up, we're going to be trying the stew, the meat stew. I have tried the other 8-packs, and the entrees have not been that bad compared to, say, the last MRE I had, which was the meatloaf. That one was just hard to eat, so hard to eat, and I've had no problem eating these 8-pack entrees. And this looks like a can of hash brown. If you ever had those, the canned hash brown, or not hash brown, corned beef hash, that's what this looks like. All right, down the hatch, let's go. No, it's very good. A little on the sweet side. I notice between their entrees, they tend to be a little on the sweeter side. I'm beginning to suspect they probably use the same, I don't know, like sauce base for all their entrees, and just do different things with them. Yeah, it's not bad. 100% reminds me of a can of corned beef hash, which I love. Corned beef hash is one of my favorite foods. Definitely nothing like the MRE pack. Though I do wish like all the little extra things, like the extra snacks and desserts and whatnot. But you know, this is pretty sufficient for, you know, if you need a lunch, or you probably have it as for breakfast, like the protein bar in the morning, and just have this one later on in the afternoon. I mean, depending on what you need, you could probably just have one thing in the morning, afternoon, and dinner. So it's very great. So while we're eating this, let's talk about what I'm doing today with my 300 Blackout AR pistol. We put in springs, we have magazines, we have a gas block, adjustable gas block. So now with all those things combined, we've been able to get it to cycle properly and to get the bolt to lock back on the last round. Now we're doing ammo testing. The last ammo I had was poly-tipped Virog ammunition, 220 grain subs. We were also testing out some cellular and pellet 220 grain subs. And I was able to acquire some Winchester white box 200 grain subsonics. Now, I've always had my suspicions with the Virog ammo. When I shot it before compared to cellular and pellet, the disparity between the groupings was very large. Led me to suspect that Virog ammo isn't very accurate, maybe due to their bullet design or maybe the powder that they're using. When compared to, so the first round of testing, the Virog was printing to the left of the target. After adjusting my windage a bit, I got it to print in the center. However, it was just printing all over the target. So after basically, I guess, centering my groupings, I moved on to the Winchester white box, and the 200 grain subs were hitting directly in the center, or at least grouping close to the center. And I was just blown away by the difference. How much different is this one compared to the other one? Now, I went ahead and tried the cellular and pellet. I thought that it could possibly perform just as well as the Winchester, and the cellular and the SMB likes to print to the left of the target, left and up and down, kind of. I went ahead and went back to another 5 rounds of white box. The white box again printed with consistent groupings. I'm not that good of a shooter, so grouping, take that as what you will. Anyway, so then I tried another test to check the disparity of the Virog ammo compared to Winchester. I loaded a magazine with 5 rounds of Virog and 5 rounds of Winchester. And then, as you can see, one target was just all over the place, and the Winchester prints in a very small group. So with that takeaway, it looks like the Virog is just going to be regulated to more like training ammo. I'll probably be using that to range in or to zero my red dot. At close range, the Virog does pretty well until, as you can see from 50 yards, it just doesn't go where you point it. So that's it for me, guys. We're going to go ahead and finish this meal off. It's the end of the day. Go pack up the rifle, go home, take my kids to football practice, and enjoy the rest of my night. You guys enjoy the rest of your day and your night, and we'll see you next time.